Hey friends, welcome back to our urban homestead and welcome back to my kitchen. I want breakfast for dinner and I'm gonna make a really cool recipe. Not your typical sausage gravy breakfast. So I'm gonna be making kind of like a cinnamon roll, only with sausage and eggs and cheese, and then I'm gonna top it with some country gravy. I cannot wait for dinner tonight. So grab your sourdough starter and let's get cooking. I will leave the recipe ingredients in the description for you. I have already browned up a pound of breakfast sausage and I've scrambled about 8 eggs. And I've got them just sitting over here cooling down. In this bowl, I have some flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. You're also gonna need 3/4 cup of butter, and I'm gonna grate that in instead of cutting it. You'll need a cup of sourdough starter. It can be active and bubbly like mine is, or it can be your discard. It does not matter. Half a cup of milk and 1 egg. So what I'm gonna do is get this butter grated in, and I'll be right back. So the butter is grated in there and I'm just gonna mix it in. So this dough right here is really super versatile. You can make a savory application with it. You can do cinnamon rolls with this, or you can simply make biscuits. If you're gonna make biscuits with this recipe, you don't want to roll it out quite as much as I will be for today's recipe. But yeah, you can do pretty much anything with this. All right, so our butter is in there. Crack an egg. Add my milk. You do want to make sure that your butter is cold. And dough lean. So mine is nice and bubbly. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Nice and bubbly and active. There we go, that's a bit better. But like I said, it doesn't have to be. It can be your discard. For me, I just make something every day from my sourdough. So I don't really have discard, so to say, because to me that just seems like you're wasting a bunch of flour when there's so many great things you can make with what you were going to quote unquote discard. One tip for cleaning your sourdough things like this, don't put it into hot water or warm water. You want to soak this in cold water to get all of this off, because this will clog up your drain like nobody's business. It literally turns to cement. All right, and then I'm gonna mix this together. You just want it to come together until it's like a shaggy dough. You do not want to knead it or mix it too much. So see how it's nice and shaggy. All the flour's not incorporated, and that's just what we're looking for. All right. So I have lightly floured my mat. we just want to kind of fold this to work the rest of the flour in. And it wouldn't be a day in the kitchen with me and flour if I didn't make a mess everywhere. So all aboard the Hot Mess Express. It's a little sticky, so I'm just gonna dust the bottom and a little more on top. All right, so I'm gonna press this out. At this point, you could make biscuits. I'm gonna do what I call the envelope fold. You can use a rolling pin. I just like working with my hands a little bit better. And what we're doing is creating a bunch of nice flaky layers. I'm going to do this 3 times. So that was 1. This will be 2. And then this will be the 3rd, and this is the point where we roll it out to as big of a shape as you want. All right, that looks good for me. Let me clean my hands real quick. All right, I'm gonna start with adding some cheese. And I'm going to add the sausage and the eggs. These are completely cooled down, which is pretty important because you don't want to put the hot sausage and egg on the dough because it will start to cook. And that would be no bueno. Oh, you guys, this is gonna be so good. And super easy. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do. So let's say that you want to have these for breakfast and you don't have a whole lot of time in the morning. You can certainly make this the night before and just pop them into the fridge after you get them cut and whatnot. All right, here. Dogs, get out. Here is the real, this is probably the trickiest part, is getting it to roll. And you want to make sure that it's tight. So I like to pull it when I roll it. And I always have some that falls out, but you know, again, welcome to the Hot Mess Express. All right, I'm gonna cut these ends off that aren't filled a whole lot. And then I'm just gonna slice them. You can make them as big or as little as you want, but we like them thick and chunky around here. All right, so they are cut. I got 11. You would definitely get 12 if, you know, I would have spread it out to the edges a little bit better. So I've got these on my baking tray. You can certainly bake them in a cast iron skillet. I'm going to cover these with some saran wrap and pop them in my fridge because it's only 11:30 in the morning right now, and it's way too early for me to bake these off. So I'll be back when it's time to bake them. Okay, so uncovering these. My oven is preheated to 350. Once that comes up, I'm gonna put these in, and these will bake for about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm so excited for dinner, y'all. In the meantime, let's work on our gravy. I hope my canner is not too loud. I apologize if it is. I'm using my country gravy mix. I will link this video. I don't think it's a members only video anymore. I'm not sure. If it's a public video now, I will link it below. It's amazing. So I've got 4 tablespoons of butter. You can use any fat that you wish. Butter, bacon grease, whatever. And I'm just gonna let this melt. There's my kitchen helpers. All right, so they're in the oven. I'm doing a 2-time recipe for this little gravy because, honey, we likes our gravy around here. All right, so whisking the butter and my mixture together. I'm going to start with just a little bit of milk so I can whisk all this in together nicely. Nobody likes lumpy gravy, right? I mean, I don't. Now, you can use water with this country gravy mix because it does have powdered milk in it. But, you know. Oh, welcome to the hot mess. I told you, I make a mess around here. I like using milk. I have used water in a pinch and it's been totally fine. But if you got the milk, use the milk. It just makes it taste better. You want to whisk it. Make sure you don't have any lumps. We don't like lumpy gravy, right? Lady lumps are good, gravy lumps, not so much. And then you're just gonna cook this until it thickens. And Bob's your uncle. You're ready to go. I'll show you our plate when it's done. All right, so here is the gravy once it's thickened. So amazing and delicious, you guys. Biscuit, sausage roll, whatever you want to call it. It is almost done. All right, so the rolls just came out of the oven. Yeah, baby, look at those. Let's fix April a plate. Put your little gravy over top. She's honestly probably going to eat more than 2 of these, but we'll start with 2.
Don't judge me.
And there it is, guys. Yes. So thanks for joining me in the kitchen today, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. I really hope you try this recipe. April, do you hope that they try the recipe?
Oh my God, I'm gonna bite. Oh my God.
Chubby girls do it better. That's all I got to say. Until next time,
Oh my God.
from my kitchen to yours, abundance and blessings to you. Bye, friends.